everyone, welcome in my online classroom. First of all, I would like to thank our honorable principal, Professor Sir Jafar Ali sir, gives his permission and advices to conduct the online classes. Students, I hope you all are well. Because of the COVID-19 breakout in the pandemic situation of the world, we are bound to staying at home, but it does not mean we can sit idle. We have to work for our next days. So I am here to take your online class. I hope you all will give attention to my online classes. Today I will take your class on fundamentals of management and the last chapter controlling BBA first year second semester. Now the question is being discussed below. In the first question, discuss the importance of controlling, and the second question, steps or process of controlling, and the third question, method or techniques of controlling, and the last question, features of good or effective controlling system. So the student business studies have much more skill and scope from those side. And the first question, discuss the importance of controlling. Controlling is one of the managerial function of management, like planning, organizing, staffing and directing. It is an important function because it helps to check the errors and to take the corrective action. Control is checking current performance against predetermined standards contained in the plans with a view to ensuring adequate progress and satisfactory performance. So control is the important functions of management. Now the question is features of good or effective control system. That is important question. So the business studies students have much more skill and scope from those side. And the first question, controlling, features of good or effective control system. Control system. And the first point, simplicity. And the second, objectively. And the third, suitability. And the fourth, economical. And the fifth, flexibility. And the sixth, forward looking. Forward looking. And the seventh, accuracy. And the eighth, suggestive. That is the important features of effective control system. In the first one, simplicity, and the second, objectively, and the third, suitability, and the fourth, economical, and the fifth, flexibility, and the sixth, forward looking, and the seventh, accuracy, and this is the last important features, suggestive. That is the important of good or effective control system. Now the point is discussed below. And the first one, simplicity. The control system should be clear, easy and understood, and simple to understand so that every worker follows it easily. Complicated system creates obstacle in working. So simplicity is the important features of effective controlling system. And the second point, objectivity. The control system should focus on the objectives of an organization. The determination of standard, measurement of performance, and corrective action should be objective and impersonal. And the third point, suitability. The control system must be selected keeping in mind the nature, type, size, and need to the enterprise. Elaborate control system used in large-scale organization may not be appropriate for small-scale unit. So the student business studies have much more skill and scope from those sides. And the fourth important features, economical. An effective control system should be economical in terms of money, time, and energy. That is important, money, time, and energy. The benefits of controlling system should be more than the cost of controlling system. And the fifth point, flexibility. A good control system should be capable of being adjusted to suit the changing condition of business. Continuous review and revision of the control system should be made to ensure that the control system remains workplace even the original plan cannot be implemented and predetermined goal cannot be achieved. Because flexibility is the important features of effective control system. And the next point, forward looking. A control system is good when it can anticipate deviation before they actually occur. It should be preventive and not merely corrective. Control is checking current performance against predetermined standard content in the plans with a view to ensuring adequate progress and satisfactory performance. And the next point, accuracy. That is important effective control system. Effective control generate accurate data and information. Accurate information is essential for effective managerial decision. Inaccurate control would divert management effort and energies on problems that do not exist or have a low productivity and should fail to alert managers and serious problems that do educate and require attention. And accuracy is the important features of effective control system. And the next point, acceptability. Control should be such that all people who are affected by it are able to understand them fully and accept them. A control system that is difficult to understand can cause unnecessary mistake and frustration and may be resented by workers. So acceptable is important to the development of management activities and development of workers and employee. And the next point, integration. When the control are consistent with corporate values and culture, they work in harmony with organizational policies and hence are easier to enforce. Controls become an integrated part of the organizational environment and become effective. In the internal environment and external environment, all the environment depends on effective control system. And effective control system properly, then the environment is very nice and fine. The work is done closely relationship between management, workers and employee. Strategic placement. And the effective control should be placed and emphasis on such critical and strategic control points where failures cannot be tolerated and where time and money cost failures and rest. That is the strategic placement. The control areas include production, sales, finance, and customer services. That is important development of the controlling system. And the corrective action. An effective control system not only check for the identifies deviation but also it program in suggest solution to correct such a deviation. For example, a computer keeping a record of inventories can be programmed to establish if then guidelines. So control is checking current performance against predetermined standard contained in the plans with a view to ensuring adequate progress and satisfactory performance. So the business studies students have much more skill and scope from those side. Finally, we can say that effective control system tend to have certain common characteristics. The importance of these characteristics varies with the situation, but in general, effective control system have following characteristics. So, control is the one of the managerial functions like planning, organizing, staffing, and directive. And the next question, importance of controlling. That is important question in this chapter, importance of controlling. And the first one, essence of management. And the first one, essence of management. And the second question, increase efficiency. Increase efficiency. And the third point, exercise check on employees. Check on employees. And the fourth point, basis for future action. And the fifth point, control enhance employee morale. Control enhance employee morale. And the sixth point, achievement of organizational objectives. Organizational objectives. And the next point, facilitates coordination. Facilitates coordination. And the ninth point, better planning. And the tenth, psychological pressure. Psychological pressure. Extension of decentralization. Of decentralization. Improving employee motivation. employee motivation, and the last, ensure order and discipline. Order and discipline, that is the important of controlling. And the first one, essence of management, and the second point, increase efficiency, and the third point, exercise check on employees, and the fourth point, basis for future action, and the fifth, control enhances employee morale, and the sixth, achievement of organizational objectives, and the eighth, facilitates coordination, and the ninth, better planning, and the 10th, psychological pressure, and the 11th, extension of decentralization, and the last point, improving employee motivation and ensuring order and discipline. That is the important of controlling. Now the question is being discussed and the important in this chapter. So the business study students have much more skill and scope from those side. And the first point, enhance of management. Control is one of the managerial functions like planning, organizing, staffing and directing. It is an important function because it helps to check the errors and to take the corrective action. Essence of management, controlling is the essence of management. There is no use to prepare plan if this cannot be achieved. Controlling ensures the actual performance is in accordance with the plan performance, instruction issued and result expected. And the second point, achievement of organization objectives. It is a correlate of the above point. Controlling helps in achieving the organizational goals. Needless to say that the absence of controlling, the plans may not be achieved or may be delayed. Controlling keeps a check on the employees so that they make best effort to achieve the desired result. And the result oriented, and the controlling properly, then the result oriented is very clearly. And the next point, increase efficiency. Controlling increase efficiency of the employee by avoiding wastage of resource, time and money. It is actual production is not in accordance with the plans. Corrective action is taken to check the errors and their occurrences in the future. Control is checking cannot performance against predetermined standard contained in the plans with the view to ensuring adequate progress and satisfactory performance. That is control. Facilities coordination. Coordination facilities is the important things to the development of organization activities. Activities of the organization are divided into departments or sections to take the benefits of division of labor and specification. The activities of the various departments are coordination so that the organization objectives are achieved. Managers' exercise cannot be see the in there no duplication of errors or wastage of resources. Lack of coordination, then the control is not actual performance development. And the properly coordination, then the work is very nice or finely. Exercise check on employees. Control exercise check on employees so that they perform their duties while in the absence of control. They will become lazy, careless, and even negligent. That is controlling. Basis for future action. Control provides basis for future action. The continuous flows of information about project keeps in long range planning on the right track. It helps in taking corrective action in future if the performance is not up to the mark. It also enables management to avoid reputation and the past mistakes of the organizational activities. Better planning. Control is one of the managerial functions like planning, organizing, staffing, and directing. So, control helps in improving planning process. During control exercise, deficiencies are revealed with capable management and to plan better so that the such mistakes are not repeated. That is, control is the last process in the organizational activities. And the next point, psychological pressure. Control exerts psychological pressure on all person in the organization. Everybody knows that his performance is regularly evaluated and so tries to improve upon in the previous work. The reward and punishment are also linked with performance. The employee are always under pressure to improve upon their work. So control is ensures that every person tries and maximize the contribution. And the next point, control enhance employee morale. Workers do not like a situation that is out of control, for it means they cannot predict and what will happen to them. Rather than the beneficiaries and becomes the victims of practice. Control helps in increasing the morale of employees. And the next point, extension of decentralization. The modern system of control has encouraged top level management to extend the frontiers of decentralization without losing ultimate control. It makes the subdivision of work possible. assignment of responsibility to lower levels, visuals, and policy of exceptions as success. It improves communication system and make it successful. And the next point, improving employee motivation. The implementation of controlling makes all the employees to work with complete dedication because they know that their work performance will be evaluated and the progress report is satisfactory. They will have their identity established in the organization. And the last point, ensure order and discipline. That is the importance of the control. Control creates an atmosphere of order and discipline in the organization. Effective controlling system keeps the subordinates under check and makes sure the performance of the function efficiently. Control can have a check over dishonesty and fraud in employees. Strict control monitor, employees work and computer monitor, or other brings more order and discipline in work environment. Finally, we can say that controlling is important function of management. It importance because apparent when we find that it needed in all the function of management. Controlling checks mistakes that tells us how to challenging to make on the faced the success of the organization of effective controlling. So control is one of the managerial functions like planning, organizing, staffing and directing. At the end of my class, enjoy it. We pray for everyone almighty. I am requesting you stay at home and be safe.